NFL facts that sound fake but are actually true, part 12. The Bears are the only NFL team without a quarterback that had a 4,000-yard passing season since the 16-game era started in 1978. It's been roughly 45 years. Their closest was Eric Kramer in 1995 when he passed for 3,838 yards. Jay Cutler also has some upper-ended 3,000-yarded seasons, but no one in Bears history during the 16-season schedule has ever surpassed 4,000. In 1985, Joe Montana led the NFL with a 61.3% completion percentage. If he were to throw that same 61.3% in the 2022 season, he would be tied at 28th place towards the bottom. He'd be tied with Marcus Mariota, who also threw 61.3%. First place for 2022 was Geno Smith, who threw 69.9%. Nice. X-Man O'Shane Ximines is the only NFL player all time so far with a last name that starts with the letter X. Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith are the only non-kickers who scored over 1,000 points in their career. The last NFL player born from Vermont and played in the NFL was Steve Wisniewski, who was born in 1967 and played from 1989 through 2001. Not to be confused with Eagles legend Stefan Wisniewski, who was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is Steve Adam Wisniewski. Since that's Steve, there have been no Vermont NFL players. It's been roughly over 20 years. And speaking of 2001, Tom Brady back in 2001 fell asleep in his locker room moments before his first Super Bowl. He himself stated that he laid down to take a nap and then dozed off, woke up with just a few minutes left to spare, but it didn't stop him from winning that Super Bowl. We all know John Elway is great at football, but did you know he was drafted 52nd overall by the New York Yankees all the way back in 1981?
Big Ben won a Super Bowl with the lowest passer rating.
Wow.
Joe Theismann changed the way he pronounced his last name from Theismann to Theismann because Theismann rhymes with Heisman, aka the Heisman Trophy. Eli Manning has 0 regular season AP MVP votes in his entire career, not a single vote. The Seahawks are the only NFL team to not wear white jerseys during home games. So far in his career, Quentin Nelson has been a part of 5,000 snaps. Of those snaps, he only got 31 penalties and just 9 sacks allowed. That means there is less than a 0.001% chance of your quarterback getting sacked if he's guarding for you. Tom Brady is the first player in NFL history to make the playoffs for at least 12 straight times in a row. More NFL kickers have won the AP MVP award than wide receivers. That's because no wide receiver has ever won the award. Jerry Rice is probably the closest to ever winning one. Peyton Manning has played in 4 Super Bowls. Only once did he throw a touchdown in the 4th quarter of a Super Bowl, and that throw was actually an interception. The 1992 NFL Draft was the first and only draft so far where the number 1 overall and number 2 overall picks belonged to the same team, that team being the Colts. Cam Newton was the first NFL player in history with 4,000 passing yards and 500 rushing yards in the same season. So here were NFL facts that sound fake but are actually true, part 12. Let me know if you want to see a part 13. Don't forget to tackle that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Touchdown Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.